Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be slightly or very informal. I have just worked all day and I am going to be going to the gym. But I wanted to go ahead and update you guys. Because we had our pre-op appointment yesterday and we got the results of my husband's second sperm analysis and his blood work that he had done. The reason why I'm doing this video informally instead of doing a sit-down video is because we just have a lot going on and I just want to make sure I get this video up before I go into surgery on Friday, because I want to make sure that I'm not too far behind in updating you guys. I try to update you as stuff happens so that I'm not, you know, forgetting things, or say if I waited till after surgery to update you guys, I would have to update on this, then surgery, and it's just, I would rather just do it as it comes so I don't get super far behind and you guys kind of will be able to follow along with me instead of being super behind. So,
I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you. I'm into you. Let 'em wonder how we go.
well, that was the shortest gym trip ever. It did not even happen. I got there was so many people there, and I forgot to download my shows on my phone today, so I just wasn't feeling like doing cardio. I really need to watch something while I'm doing cardio, and generally it's an episode of a show that I'm watching or a movie or something, and my service is terrible, so I have to download them on my phone. It wasn't meant to be today, guys. I would just rather sit home and eat tacos, honestly. I'm just not feeling like working out today, but I love to eat, so it's like priorities. It's always tomorrow though. So yesterday when we went in to see the doctor, I just want to say that yesterday when we saw him, he was dressed to like the nines. He looked so fancy, which the first time we saw him, he was in scrubs. So I'm just gonna assume that yesterday he didn't happen to be in surgery early in the morning or anything, and he got time to get ready because he looked fancy. He had his hair slicked back with the little curls back here. There's a show on, I think USA. It's a pawn shop TV show. And I want to say the guy's name is Les or something, and he has the hair like that. That's exactly how my doctor looks. And he also looks like the guy from the movie Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf in it, the killer that lived next door. He looks just like him too. Kind of creepy. But he looked fancy, and my husband was like, wow, he looks super nice today. So as far as the sperm analysis results, if you guys watched my last video about the sperm analysis results, you would know that my husband's sperm analysis was very low results, not up to standard. So they had him retake it 3 weeks later, taking vitamin C. So the first results were 10 million and 38% mobility. This time it was at 15.8 million and 43.9% mobility. Still not at 20 million and 50% like they would like it, but it's definitely an improvement. And the doctors seem to be very pleased with those results. He did not mention him taking any medication or anything like that. So I don't know if that's something that he will ask whenever we go back to our next appointment after the surgery or not. I'm not 100% sure. So, oh my gosh. So as far as the pre-op goes, it was a pretty good appointment. I think it was a pretty standard pre-operative appointment. He explained the surgery to me. Pretty much, I won't tell you verbatim everything because I can't honestly remember it, but an overview is that he will pretty much put me to sleep. They will make 3 incisions, one in the belly button, one lower down, and one higher up. And he will go in there and see, and he will inflate my stomach with some kind of gas or something so that he can see in there. And if he sees any endometriosis, obviously he will be able to laser it off. And once I wake up, he'll be able to tell me how much it was, how severe it was. I know it's classified into 4 stages, like mild, moderate, severe, and something else. Something like that. Maybe it's only 3 stages. I don't know. But I know there's different stages of endometriosis, and hopefully it's mild to moderate. Hopefully nothing farther than that. Once it gets over moderate and it gets severe, that's what causes you to be to have fertility issues. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I don't have a ton of symptoms. I do have them, but they're not severe. For instance, the intercourse pain, I only have it randomly. It's not all the time. I have friends who had it severely who couldn't ever do it. I mean ever. So I don't know if that's an indicator that mine may not be as bad. I'm not 100% sure. He said it varies between everyone. So you can have it and not even be symptomatic at all. So it really just depends on your body and how kind of, I don't know. So let's just, we will obviously find out on Saturday or Friday. Oh my gosh, my mind. It's all over the place. We'll find that out on Friday as well. He said that pretty much once I wake up from surgery, I should pretty much be awake, but I might be a little bit foggy the rest of the day. I am gonna bring you guys along, at least for the morning time. I obviously can't film inside the surgery center, HIPAA reasons. You can't just walk into a medical facility with a camera. So I will bring you guys along as much as I can and update you guys. For sure, I will upload a video on Saturday for it. But I'm really excited because this is pretty much the last step as far as everything we need to get done before we can kind of be more proactive and start to really try to get pregnant. So as far as the plan for afterwards, I definitely asked him in the pre-op appointment what our next step was. He said that after the surgery on Friday, as long as everything is we're able to get rid of it and it's not, you know, super severe, we're gonna go ahead and discuss doing an IUI. And I'm kind of excited because I know a lot of people that have gotten pregnant with IUIs. I'm not necessarily putting all my eggs in that basket because I know the percent of women, or the percent chance that you have at each IUI, only about 20%. But it's better than, like, you know, 2%. I mean, so at least there's still a chance, and at least you can do multiple IUIs before you have to kind of, oh my gosh, my hair is a hot mess, before you have to resort to IVF. So I'm feeling excited. I am feeling nervous. Anytime that I know I'm going to be going under for surgery, I get nervous. This will be my 4th time in 2 years that I've gone under for anesthesia, and I'm not really excited about it. I just feel like I don't like playing with that kind of thing. You know, it just so happens that the past 2 years I've had 2 different nose surgeries and another procedure that caused me to be put under. And I just don't really like doing it if I don't have to. But this obviously is something that we have to do to get to our end goal, which is adding to our family and having another child. So I'm sure come Friday morning, I'm gonna be super nervous. We have to leave my house at 6 in the morning and be at the surgery center at 6:30, and my surgery is scheduled for 7:30. So I should be back and home before lunchtime, which I'm really grateful for. And luckily I have care for my daughter Aniston all day long. So the only thing that he said as far as afterwards that might be hard for me is he said that anytime he inflates his patients with that gas to kind of go in and see around, it causes you to have shoulder pain. I'm not exactly sure why he said that was, but I think he says because you're laying down and the gas kind of puts the pressure so that your shoulders will be hurting for a day. He said the best thing to do is to sit up and see if you can walk around to kind of help relieve it. Actually, my plan after I get home from surgery is to lay my butt on this couch right here, and the chairs recline out. And I'm planning on having a buffet of my favorite snacks and watching some movies. So since I'll be child free, I'll be able to watch whatever I want without interruptions. And you mamas know that is like the best, to be able to sit down and have a show uninterrupted. So yeah, I'm not really excited about surgery, but I'm excited to have kind of that time to recover where I can just lay down and eat and watch some movies. I think a friend of mine and I are gonna watch the movie It, the original Stephen King movie, because the new one's coming out September 8th and I'm like super excited for it. I have loved this movie like for a long, long time. And it took me to be an adult to not get scared from it, because if you guys remember that shower scene where Pennywise the clown comes out of the drain, ugh. And there's not a day that went by for years that I did not get in the shower and look down my drain to make sure there's not like a red-haired clown coming out of it. But anyways, rambling. I will update you guys on Saturday to let you know how the surgery went And I want to thank you guys again so much for all your positivity in the comments. I am so grateful that you guys, every time I try to film anything, this is what happens. But I'm so grateful that you guys are following along this journey with me. And to some of you that are new here, welcome to my journey. And let me know where you are in your journey, what's going on with you guys. You know, are you seeing specialists? Are you just starting to try? Are you on medication? Or, you know, I would love to hear you guys' experience. And I would love to know if you've ever gotten an IUI, what your experience was. This one. But I'm really interested to know if you got pregnant your first IUI, if it took a few rounds, did you have a natural IUI or was it medicated? I would love to hear some of your stories. I've been looking them up on YouTube to kind of hear other people's stories because I feel like that's definitely going to be the next step since he already mentioned it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Please keep me in your prayers. I'm keeping you guys in my prayers and I'll see you soon.